best is what you say. Made of dead shit claim must be repaid. Imaginary dragons waiting to be slain on narcissistic windmill rides. I never meant to break your heart. I only meant to speak the truth. Where we go from here, my dear, I'll leave that up to you. I'll leave that up to you. Oh, 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 oh. So this is how it ends. Not with a whisper, but a bang. Slamming doors and broken picture frames. Puffed up pride and called out names. Alright, so go. Pedal your wares on down the road. You manufacture love with steal the show to all the fools just passing by. I never meant to break your heart. I only meant to speak the truth. Where we go from here, my dear, I'll leave that up to you. Whoa, whoa,
I think we do one more and we're good.
I do too. That time the first chorus didn't feel as clean. Like the
I thought the first verse sounded tight.
me
though.
too,
Yeah.
but ramping into the first chorus didn't feel as clean as it has the other times.
Are we
AJ,
talking
you
groove or
wanna-
are we talking
No,
harmonic?
not it. You're awesome. I felt like that was all an us thing.
Well, let's try it.
Let's try it again. Yeah, let's do it again.
I just feel like those choruses should be clearly accented.
Right.
Yeah.
On verse 2, should I change up my pattern? Just so that, because I'm wondering if, like, I'm playing this thing a lot. Should I change it to, for that, this is for the best, is what you...
Straighten it out, clean it out. Yeah, dude.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
And then once he goes back into the chorus, back to that, okay.
I like that. That'll help delineate that section too.
That's just that titty magic, is what that is.
Jake.
That's that titty magic.
Industry. It's an industry term.
Okay, cool. Let's go from the top one more time. Ryan, will you mark that one just because a lot of that was really good. What's that? That's fine. Can you just roll us back? Can you just roll his last vocal and we'll just do a take?
I think that might have been one of our best like groove takes. Do you agree?
For sure.
That
Yeah.
one felt good.
Yeah. Let's.
We haven't hit the diminished returns yet, though.
No, I
I
agree.
feel it's on its way.
Me too. It's like one or two takes away.
Yeah. If we can really hit it on this one, then we give ourselves a little breathing room for you to redo the piano with the real thing. Get your a couple overdubs. See Ray.
You seem very unexcited about tambourine.
No, it has to be there.
Oh.
It can be done at any point.
He's
Okay.
a tambourine man, dude.
Whereas like getting the piano mic'd and rocking and stuff like that, it's a lot more time consuming.
Okay, cool.
You know what I mean? So, cool. Let's do it.
So this is how it ends. Not with a whisper, but a bang. Slamming door, broken picture frame. Puffed up pride and called out names. Alright, so go. Pedal your wares on down the road. You manufacture love, stop the show. is for the best, is what you say. Made of dead shit claim must be repaid. Imaginary dragons waiting to be slain on narcissistic windmill rides. I never meant to break your heart. I only meant to speak the truth. Where we go from here, my dear, and I'll leave that up to you. And I'll leave that up to you. Oh, 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 oh. So this is how it ends. Not with a whisper, but a bang. Slamming doors and broken picture frames. Puffed up pride and called out names. Alright, so go. Pedal your wares on down the road. You manufacture love, will steal the show to all the fools just passing by. I never meant to break your heart. I only meant to speak the truth. Where we go from here, my dear, and I'll leave that up to you. Whoa,
That felt pretty good.
That felt really good.
You want to just swap that or punch it or something? I mean, do we need to do a whole? Is there anything else that
I'd
would?
like to feel the diminishing return.
You want to do it one more
I want
time?
to know that.
It's like when you're on the craps table. You don't stop after the hot roll. You have to like
One
lose.
more.
You
a
have to
roll.
lose your marriage,
Yeah, yeah.
and your family, and your house.
So that you know it's time to stop.
Good.
Yeah, let's do
Come
one
on,
more.
just
Alright,
more,
let's
just
go.
one more
I feel like
minute.
we're on that line.
I want
Ryan, mark
feel
that one.
too.
Mark that one.
After
too,
this
please.
one, we're for sure gonna be hitting the
Yeah.
return.
Yeah.
I felt my return, starting right
Alright,
there. I just want to know for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna start hitting like weird, like quack, like duck samples on my electronics the next day. That's why I
Yeah,
go
mark that
rogue.
one, Ryan, if you wouldn't mind, and then let's just do one more, and then we'll move right to C-Ray's overdubs.
I thought the groove was like super, super dope.
Yeah.
Me too.
On a fun technical level, we'll start to lose snare tuning if we keep going too long, and we won't be able to comp from any earlier takes, because it'll be like so.
I feel like we're all thinking a lot less.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Let's
Feeling a lot more blue collar. which
let's
is
have
cool.
fun on this one.
Yeah, totally.
Sound, man.
Party.
Oklahoma sound.
That's the sound.
All right, here we go. We do one more, Troy.
Wait 1 second.
Yep.
Alright, cool.
Cool. You want a second, Troy, to get set? Just gonna hang?
Yeah, just
Cool.
Do we have any spare patch cables, anybody?
Shorties or longies?
Shorties.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I need a shorty.
You want it now? Yeah.
Yeah.
We still have enough life in this snare, right, Ryan? I feel like it's already lost a bit of attack. We are on the brink, but we can still use this for comps, or do I need to retune?
Ryan, let's start doing a quick set of kick and snare samples too with these different combos. Okay. So let's hit that quickly after this take, then we'll do C-Ray overdubs and we'll go into overdub land. Cool.
Sounds great.
So this is how it ends. Not with a whisper, but a bang. Slamming door, broken picture frame. Puffed up pride and called out names. Alright, so go. Pedal your ways on down the road. You manufacture love, you stop the show. To all the fools just passing by, who have yet to get wise. I never meant to break your heart. I only meant to speak the truth. Where we go from here, my dear, and I'll leave that up to you. This is for the best, is what you said. Made of debt she claimed must be repaid. Imaginary dragons waiting to be slain on narcissistic windmill rides. I never meant to break your heart. I only meant to speak the truth. Where we go from here, my dear, and I'll leave that up to you. And I'll leave that up to you. Oh, 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 oh. So this is how it ends. Not with a whisper, but a bang. Slamming doors and broken picture frames. Puffed up pride and called out names. Alright, so go. Pedal your wares on down the road. You manufacture love, we'll steal the show. To all the fools just passing by. I never meant to break your heart. I only meant to speak the truth. Where we go from here, my dear, and I'll leave that up to you. Whoa, whoa,
That was a good
Yep.
one. We hit the return.
Yep.
The doctor's in.
It's way cooler at the end.
Out here.
Hey, can I get into it?
Yep.
All right,
Alright.
Ryan, will you take me to the first chorus, please?
Are these
Previous take, please. Yeah. Yeah, that one was just a little too soupy for my taste. on
I
the grid.
agree.
Yep.
Yeah, that was definitely DR on the rhythm.
Yeah.
Dominican
Fine.
Republic.
Dominican Republic. Can I
Yeah.
take 5? Is this like overdub?
Yeah, it's overdub world. Yep. So what? Like couple passes, couple different takes, tracks.
Yeah. I'm gonna go stereo on these choruses. So just take this first guitar and hard pan it right, and then have a track underneath it ready to go. Because I'm just gonna want to do them back to back.
Go.
boogie. Middle. The original is gonna be right up the middle. This is gonna be a different idea. That's gonna that both parts are gonna be hard pan. So all the guitars that you've heard so far, like I see those as being straight up. Exactly. Yeah. For now.
Who have yet to get wise? I never meant to break your heart. I only meant to speak the truth.
I'm not hearing myself. Yeah, I'm on. What happened? No worries, brother. Ready when you are. There it is. All right. You're kicking ass, dude. You're killing it.
Who have yet to get wise? I never meant to break your heart. I only meant to speak the truth. Where we go from here, my dear, and I leave that up.
Are you getting any hard clipping in there, or does it still sound pretty clean? Okay. No. If you think it sounds good, let's go. It's that I'm having that same thing that happened before on that left side, where the left side's crackling or like a hard clipping. That's awesome. Let's go.
Who have yet to get wise? I never meant to break your heart. I only meant to speak the truth. Where we go from here, my dear, and I leave that up to you. This is for the best, is what you say.
Okay.
Made up.
Next track, please. So keep that guitar hard panned right, and I'm gonna just open up another guitar track underneath it. And we're gonna hard pan this one left.
Who have yet to get wise? I never meant to break your heart. I only meant to speak the truth. Where we go from here, my dear, and I leave that up to you. This is for the best, is what you say.
Cool. Does that sound okay? Can you turn the my original guitar, like the one that's up the middle, can you turn that down a bit? Because when I turn the guitars up, like in my monitor here, it's turning that guitar up as well. Let's go.
Rights. I never meant to break your
can't. I'm sorry. I should be clearer. It's just it's really my guitar's really quiet. Yep. Ready. That sounds good again.
Rights. I never meant to break your heart. I only meant to speak the truth. Where we go from here, my dear, I'll leave that up to you.
Son of a bitch.
I'll leave
Sorry. Do it again. My brain's messing up.
your rights. I never meant to break your heart. I only meant to speak the truth. Where we go from here, my dear, I'll leave that up
Sure we're not muted.
Yep.
22222. We're good? Yep.
to you.
Actually, I should do something into that bridge. Hold on one sec. Okay. Sure. Yeah, you just you start me wherever you want. I'm just gonna start playing. So you lead the shit.
Not with a
All right, let's grab the next guitar track on that same spot.
rights. I never meant to break your heart. I only meant to speak the truth. Where we go from here, my dear, I'll leave that up to you. I'll leave that up to you. Oh, 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 oh. So this is how it ends. Not with a whisper.
Wayne, are you in there? Does that sound like how I want it to sound? No, okay. I don't think I played both guitar parts identical on that spread, but I think it works.
What are we making today?
Is there anywhere else that I should actually start me from the top and just hit record, because there's a couple of spots that I want to like have some chorusy guitar. Oh, now I remember. Yeah, start me from the top if that's okay, and just hit record. Oh, I'm sorry. Absolutely.
We'll steal the show to all the fools just passing by. I never meant to break your heart. I only meant to speak the truth. Where we go
Start
from
it
here,
again.
my
My pocket was weird on that. Let me do it again.
Oh yeah, I've got you. It's just
We'll steal the show to all the fools just passing by. I never meant to break your heart. I only meant to speak the truth. Where
One
we
more time.
go from here, my
Apologies. One more time.
we'll steal the show to all the fools just passing by. I never meant to break your heart. I only meant to speak
None
the
of it
truth.
is.
Sweet. All right. Javali, I got you.
We'll steal
should be logged in.
To all the fools just passing by.
I get a Mexican Coke, why not?
I never meant to break your
James cooking at the baked goods.
only meant to speak the truth.
Not you. Yeah, much cooler, James. James Cook has elevated our James quotient by at least tenfold. Oh yeah, I forgot we have.
Do we officially have 2 of every name now in this building?
The only thing we're missing is an AJ and a Wayne.
We didn't have an AJ. Do we have more Troys?
No, man.
Do you have your alter ego?
We have an alter ego. Trey.
Trey.
Trey Leota is my
Trey
favorite.
Leota's your alter ego.
Okay, so let's go outside. We might want to remove some of the things. Just leave this over here by the grill. I think here, yeah? Sure. Javaye!
Awesome. Yeah, double it.
My
Are you
lip.
going to Germany?
What's that?
Are you going to Germany?
That would be, that'd be Kentucky, son. You kidding? Can we find out if Brooks is on us?
Yeah.
I think we're just gonna go and he'll hear us. And
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, Brooks, you want to cut it out? And are you still getting a board feed? So we're still here. What we're doing. We're live? All right, awesome. So there you go, guys. There's a morning session done. That was Breakup Song. Who knows if the title will change? I think we kind of may be married to it now. I'm kind of stuck on it. The irony of me saying Breakup Song and married to it is not lost on me. That was rough. It's we got into that first or second pass, and it just like it sounds like a fun rock song, but it was actually a really hard song for me to sing. It's real, very raw. Yeah, are we losing audio? There we go. How about I move it over here? That way you guys can hear better. Is that better? Sweet. But yeah, there's day 2, first song in the can. So I want to hear from you guys. What are you thinking? Did you tune in yesterday? Did you not tune in yesterday? What are your questions? We've got Josh Valle over there moderating this thing, ready to ask her questions. It's beautiful. Do you get a shot of this? Look how gorgeous this is, man. This is what we get to look at. This is what we're tracking to. It's just this beautiful coastal paradise. We've got James in the kitchen that's cooking up some lunch for us. But anyway, enough about me. Fire questions. What you got?
What songs do pleasures get handwritten?
What's that?
What songs do pleasures get that are handwritten?
What songs do pledgers get that are handwritten? All of them. Yeah, I don't want to piecemeal this thing for you guys. If you decide to be a part of the story and join us on pledgemusic.com/Troy Baker, one of the levels, I can't remember which one it is, but we're actually going to have handwritten lyrics that we're going to give you. I think we're actually going to add, I'll figure out how we'll do this, but everybody has handwritten charts that Wayne Miller, our producer and bass player, has done, and I think that would be kind of cool to have too, because I love walking around the room and seeing on all the music stands these songs that we've been working on actually in printed form. So we'll include those maybe as well, or we'll do those for different, depending on which you guys want, whether lyrics or the music. But all of the songs is your answer to your question. What else?
When do you think the album will be done?
I would love for this thing to be done by the summer, but I don't know. If I learned anything by doing the last record, it's that it takes a lot longer than you think it does. There's still a lot of stuff that we want to do in LA. There's sessions that we're going to have that we want to bring you guys in on. We're going to be doing big gang vocals, which means there's like 40, 50 people in the studio just doing chants and singings and whoa, whoa, whoas and stuff like that, which you can be a part of. I can't remember again which level it is, but go to pledgemusic.com and you can find out which one if you want to be on the record and actually sing with us in the studio. So we've got a lot of overdubs. There's songs that, at least in my mind right now, there's songs that I want to do strings on. There's songs we're going to have horns on that we don't have here. So really it's more about focusing on the foundational elements here and then coming back to LA or even possibly London and doing overdubs there. So we'll keep you posted.
How much fun are you having recording?
Oh my gosh. If it's not visible, it's all over us. You know, nobody here is a stranger to waking up and making music. I'm fortunate enough that this house is filled with enough talent to power the world. But it's just really cool to wake up at 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning and see everybody really excited to get into this. So we're having the time of our lives. There's no place I'd rather be right now, especially not looking at this and being with these people. So we're having an absolute blast, absolute blast. What you got?
Which bands or songs do you think influence you when you make music?
I think it really depends on the song. I'm a nerd. I listen to a lot of classical music. I'm inspired by the great composers, whether it be Beethoven or Rachmaninoff or Tchaikovsky or somebody. I love the way that they move music, but it really still comes down to kind of the essentials for me. I'm heavily influenced, like it or not, by U2, old to new. I think those guys are incredible songwriters. Bono especially is a very relatable lyricist. For me, he's always found a way to frame a notion or an idea that's like, yes, that's exactly how I feel in such a unique way. Jeff Buckley will always be a big influence for me. But like this last song that we just did feels like a Bruce Springsteen tune to me. It's just a straightforward rock song. So I think that there's a little bit of eclecticism without it feeling too wide and too varied. So yeah, I think we're kind of influenced by, there's so many people here that are so talented that are kind of bringing their own fingerprint to every song. So we're gonna have everything from Metallica somehow influencing this song to Beethoven influencing this song. Come on up.
Hey.
The Tits, John Titterington.
You answering stuff on camera?
Yeah, you want to join me?
Yeah, sure.
Come on. You were really influential on this.
I'm just gonna sit here like this.
Just super not awkward at all.
That's actually great, so you can both use the microphone there.
Oh yeah.
That's great.
Maybe I should move it over here so you can hear a little bit better, at least. How'd you feel about that? It was
What just happened?
yeah, what just happened?
I thought that the last like 4 or 5 takes we were doing, it started to feel like a song.
Yeah.
We all just kind of like went unconscious a little bit, I think. At least I did. I went into like free floating music zone and like kind of blacked out a little bit, which is usually a good thing.
I heard you guys saying you stopped thinking like on the last 2 ones.
Yeah.
But really, that's not, we did what, maybe 7 takes? 8 takes?
Something like that, yeah.
It's pretty short, and we're now moving into overdub land. Is C-Ray still cutting his guitar parts? He just finished, it looks like.
Oh, yeah.
Walking away.
They may need me to do upright soon, but...
Yeah, I want to hear, because you were on the Nord,
Yeah.
but you want to hit that upright. I
Yeah.
really want to hear that B3. I think the B3 is the missing voice on this. And I still want to hear his pedal steel in there too, but...
Right. I mean, for those of you following along at home, so when we did the demo, we did like keyboard versions of piano and organ, and I mean, I'm pretty excited to like do the real thing.
Do the real
which
dealsies?
is kind of what's coming up next.
We haven't. I don't know if you can Brooks, maybe you can kind of cut in and see a little bit. We've got, like, John's key station is pretty ridiculous. It's, you've got a Mark II, you've got a Prophet 6, you've got your Nord, you've got your Juno 6, you've got everything.
This studio has any keyboard you could think of. It's got them, and I
And
grabbed
some that you
like,
couldn't.
Yeah, some that I'd never actually seen in person before. And I just grabbed, as many as I could, basically. Like, I would love to just have all of them set up and just
Like-
be able to AB them, but
Like a high rise of keyboards?
that's not logistically possible.
No, it is not. How much time do we have left? We've got We got about 20 minutes, right? That we're streaming for.
Yeah. I
Okay.
got a good question
Sure.
regarding the story of the song we just did. Breakup song. It's a good story.
It's a good story. Have you ever had to break up with a friend? It's kind of a given that you can only.
I'm gonna sneak off.
There you go. You can only, unless you're just a bastard, you're only going to have one girlfriend, or you're only going to have one boyfriend. But the notion where you have to break up with a friend is just something that I don't know a lot of people that have had to do, or if they have, it's one of the roughest breakups they've ever had to do. And when we started sketching this, going through the demos with John and Wayne, one of the days I was going through this, and I got in the shower, which is where I do a lot of my thinking, and by the time I got to my car to head down to the studio, I couldn't get the music out fast enough. It was just like flowing through me. I walked in the studio. We were supposed to work on a different song. I was like, can I get this song out? And we went through it, and fortunately ended up on the record. So it's ironically, it's not about breaking up with a girl. It's about breaking up with a friend. So for those of you who have tuned in for this, you'll know that. So great question, though. Thank you. What else?
Are you thinking of visiting Germany anytime soon?
Yes, I need to get back to Germany. Germany was the first place in Europe that I ever traveled, and then there's Gamescom in Cologne, which I've gone to a couple times. I'm hoping that I get to be there this year. But Germany's beautiful. I still have yet to be in Berlin and Munich. So those are two. I've done Frankfurt, Dusseldorf, Cologne, Salzburg, all over, but just never really more into Eastern Germany. I really want to move closer to there. So yeah, hopefully this year. Who knows? We'd love to come play for you. That'd be awesome. What else?
What's the time frame for the session singers award on Pledge?
We are working on that. It's going to be kind of in flux until we get this thing done, and then once we get back into LA, we figure out which studio for sure we're going to do that at. More than likely, it's going to be a studio in Hollywood. But we'll just, as we get that nailed down, you'll be the first to know. So if you've decided to be, at that level, then we want to bring you in there. How do you feel, C-Ray?
Awesome.
Did you get your guitar parts done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Sweet. Sweet nuts. What do you chew? Oh, you got one of the Kind bars. Loads of baked goods. What else?
Will there be any covers on the album?
TBD. I've got a few in the pocket. There's a Jeff Buckley tune that I really want to do. That it's kind of more of an obscure cover. I like obscure covers, or taking a song that's really well known and just making you barely recognize it. I think later on this week is when we start moving into some of that material, and I want to get them down. Whether they'll end up on the record, I don't know. That's what's kind of cool about this, is that take Breakup Song. We may get into mixing this and go, it just doesn't fit, and so it doesn't end up on the record, and the only people that will really ever hear it is the people that were on this. So that's kind of one of the reasons why I wanted to do this. I wanted to have people be a part of the process, not only to see how it gets made, but how also sometimes things that got made don't end up on the final product. I think that's a cool story. But yeah, there's a few covers that we're going to get into, and I'll let those be surprises. What else?
Do you have a favorite song on this album?
Not yet. Wayne said something funny earlier. He's like, I keep saying this, but this is my favorite song, and he said that so far with every song. This is one that I feel I'm super connected to, but and I felt the most confident about. Starseed was one of the ones that I was the most excited about finally getting out. That felt oddly enough the most cathartic, because I've had that song in my head for forever, and just finally being able to put it down and on tape with people that I love and respect, and really trusted to make it become the song that I wanted it to be, or that it could be, more importantly. the song that we're doing tonight, What I Deserve, I'm actually super scared of, because I feel like there's a lot on the line, and it is one of the first songs that really grabbed Wayne and kind of started shaping the overall vibe and focus of the record. And I'm excited, but I'm also super hesitant to get into it. I don't have the lyrics finished. So that's kind of me being super honest and vulnerable. I'm hoping that once we get into it, that some of those notions and thoughts that I have kind of start settling in and taking form and shape. But yeah, it's a really sensitive, a friend of mine who lost his wife. It's about that situation, and writing about that, I just want to make sure that I honor him and that I make him feel like I felt listening to songs going, that's exactly how I felt, and haven't been able to find the words. So finding those words is a scary challenge, for sure.
Hey, my girlfriend's concerned that you're getting too much sun on your chest.
Is it getting too much sun on my
She
chest?
thinks you need to screen up, bro.
Do I? I probably do. Is it too low? Am I getting too low skis on the low skis?
I think the V is at the perfect.
But I'm gonna get little sunburns.
Need to watch that melanoma.
But I'm gonna get just this little tan line. What else?
How different will Window to the Abbey be from Sitting in the Fire?
I think it already feels pretty different. I think that it feels. I keep saying this. It just feels more evolved. I'm not disparaging Sitting in the Fire at all, because that album was exactly what it needed to be. I'm glad that we have C-Ray this time in an actual band capacity, as opposed to just coming in for a session and doing overdubs, but actually here to help shape stuff. We have John Titterington, which we didn't. We had Bowen on keys last time. It was like, you did your best, buddy. But it's cool when you actually have someone who that's their instrument and that's their focus, is to really kind of bring that texture to it. So already it just elevated. And CJ, who played drums on the last album, was an absolute beast and played half the sessions, I think, with a fever of like 102. But bringing in AJ just lends itself to it's a different voice to have on the record. But for me, it's already, I feel like I'm a better songwriter. I feel like writing with Wayne and writing with John and writing with these guys, as opposed to already having the songs really kind of already fleshed out, but coming together as a group and going, how can we write these songs together, makes it feel more evolved and makes it feel moved forward on down the road a little bit more. I'm glad you agree, Josh. Huge shout out to Javai over there taking your questions.
Yeah.
I think we got time for a few more. We're almost at lunch. One of our favorite times. Does anybody have any questions for the other guys? I'm curious. Again, this is where we are. Get a shot of this. This is just freaking gorgeous. Yeah, Mido's gonna break a chair here in a second. Again, also just to let you guys know what this is all about, thank you for tuning into this and being a part. It's our desire that we bring you into this process, for all the good and all the bad, that we be very real and raw with you. It'd be easy to shoot all this stuff and then cut it together and in a nice pretty little package with a bow on top of it, but what's more important to you, or what's more important to us, is actually showing you what it looks like to make a record. We've had problems this morning, we had problems yesterday getting, what happened, like one of AJ's mics just like halfway through the take blew out, and it was a great take too. I was so frustrated. But that's part of it. That's part of finding it. And to me, that's a way more interesting story than just seeing the making of the finished product, but actually seeing how it got to the finished product.
I have a question for the guys.
Okay.
How do you feel about working with Troy?
Yeah. I'm so glad you guys don't have a mic.
Enjoy it. It helps when you know you got good songs and a good singer to work with.
Thank you, man.
That's not always the case.
Yeah.
So
Everybody is allowed to have their own voice and opinion, which is good.
yeah.
He lets kind of everybody do their thing.
There's been that, like this morning especially was a really cool opportunity. Like I'm glad that you stepped forward and said, I really feel like I want to do this. AJ said, I disagree. He disagreed with Wayne. He's like, or he disagreed with me too. He's like, I hear that part that you have, but honestly I feel it does. It's the same thing with the Tom thing. I wanted it to be like this Tom thing, the breakdown, and you're like, I really feel like we're dressing it up a bit too much and not bringing it down to just show, don't tell, you know, just get after it and be simple. And I think I needed to hear that. I get trapped down in the basement a little bit,
Yeah.
and so I'm kind of feeling fidgety,
For sure.
and going topside really helps me too. So I'm glad that you guys feel you have a voice to,
Plus, there's like a trust factor.
For
When
sure.
You trust each other.
for sure.
It's much easier to accomplish the goal.
If anybody wins greatest t-shirts on this trip, it's you. Where did you find a Nakatomi Plaza t-shirt? Yesterday was #1 dad, which I just love just out of principle.
I got a whole suitcase.
Do you?
It's a rainbow.
Well, you
Rainbow
done.
shirts.
Well done. Well, we're gonna be back at 5 o'clock today, and I hope that you join us. We're gonna get into What I Deserve, which is gonna be a little bit more of a darker tune, antithetically tempo-wise to this one, but it's gonna be powerful, and it's gonna be really hard for me. So I'm willing to share it with you. I hope you guys are willing to be a part of it. Again, go to pledgemusic.com/Troy Baker. Find out how you can be a part of the story. If you're subscribing to Twitch right now, so that's how you're on there. Even though we're off the air on Twitch, going to Pledge Music is what gets you access to our private Instagram, where we're constantly updating incredible pictures by Javaye, first of all, and then just private look-ins, morning hangouts, and just something that's a little bit more intimate. It's not for everybody, but if you want to be a part of that, we're at a Window to the Abbey on Instagram, and go to pledgemusic.com/Troy Baker to find out how you can be a part of that. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for being a part of the story. We'll be back to this afternoon at 5 o'clock. Cheers. Sweet.
Your mic might be live. Don't turn it off.
He got it.
I had one bite and then stopped.
I can hear you, yes. Yeah, I mean, this is a good key to test it on. It's like a really small,
Tiny piece.
little teeny tiny piece, yeah.
Cool.
Come on, you bitch. All right, let's see what this does.
Oh, better.
Yeah.
Sure. So it's just missing this thing, huh?
No,
Oh,
they all
no.
have them.
Oh,
It's
geez.
still.
Okay.
So it's just like, yeah, I mean,
Which other one? That sounds okay. Play the
sounds fun.
part. Or you were playing the part before. Yeah. Cool. I'll just leave this here in case you.
that one's a little bad.
Was it that?
Yeah. Ooh, that's out. Maybe I'll stay here.